Alright, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother AHBAD from YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, AHBAD. I'm profitable service in Petersburg, Florida. GMS Tampa Bay 12. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to YAHWAH, Shai, Bashim, Kakadash. Double honors to my older apostles at Great Millstone. Single honor and salutation to all your sincere brothers and Christian virtue, sincerity, peace and blessings to all the sincere men, women, and children that consider 1/3. And also peace and blessings be to the confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom, peace and blessings be unto you all. If you haven't heard, there was a shooting at a Wal-Mart in El Paso, and from the updates that I've gotten from this article on Reuters, from August the 4th, 2019, they said that they are probing it as a domestic terror case. All right, and as you can see, the individual on the right look like a straight Edomite, from what I can perceive. And the way I look at it, man, you just have to keep your eyes peeled, because you never know really how Esau is trying to work, a way he can have, like, what kind of conspiracy or what he's conspiring to bring about so that they can further their agenda of world dominance. So let's go into the article from Reuters. It says U.S. authorities investigating what drove a young gunman from the Dallas area to kill 20 people at a Wal-Mart store hundreds of miles away in the border city of El Paso said on Sunday they are treating it as a case of domestic terrorism. Now, going back to the 90s, talking about terrorism, way prior before that as well, but the word terrorist really didn't start becoming a household name until 9/11. When the Twin Towers were basically taken down by the government of the USA, and that's just straightforward. And now anyone that's against the agenda of the elite, who people today will be saying the Illuminati, which Illuminati, just go back to the word illuminate, which means the light bearer. Those who hold the light, which is the knowledge, pretty much of the world. Those individuals are the ones who's pulling the strings behind the curtains, where everyone's being entertained by the actors in front. The ones behind the curtains are the ones that's really putting the blindfold over your eyes. So now what you have to realize is that a lot of people don't know that if you live in America, you are considered a domestic terrorist. That's what the Patriot Act was. It pretty much was like an executive order. It suspended the Constitution, and you can be stopped and frisked with no probable cause during that time you had the Patriot Act, because everyone was a terrorist during that day and during that time, so to say. And even though it's been updated under the term of NDAA, which Obama pretty much instated, which would be the National Defense Authorization Act, that's pretty much another name for the Patriot Act. So everyone on American soil is pretty much deemed a terrorist. In other words, if they wanted to, they can take you to Guantanamo Bay with no trial, and you can just be pretty much taken off of the face of the earth, if you know what I mean. All right. So when you look at it here, this individual went into a Walmart and did a great slaughter of the people. Now, before I go any further, let me bring out a precept really quick. Because the men of the Lord, we tend to keep our eyes peeled and on the prize, and we also look at and examine everything that comes into consideration. All right. This is Sirach 5:15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. And the reason why I brought that precept out, because I'm going to continue to read on and show you. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said Saturday's rampage appeared to be a hate crime, and police cited a manifesto they attributed to the suspect as evidence that the bloodshed was racially motivated. So, in other words, they found a manifesto, like, this is why I'm doing this. Now, this is where it gets interesting. A state prosecutor said they will seek the death penalty for the suspect, Patrick Crucius, if I'm not mistaken, 21, of Allen, Texas. Now, I've read articles where Prime example, there was a Jake, an Israelite. He was pretty much on the side of the road on a highway because his car was having problems. I think he had a flat tire. A female Edomite, Caucasian officer pulled over, I guess to assist, wound up shooting and killing a man when all he needed was assistance. And she said she was scared for her life. The man didn't even have a gun. Here it is, this individual went inside a Wal-Mart, killed 20 people, but they're talking about giving him the death penalty. Why are they talking about giving him the death penalty? Because they didn't kill him. But you could be unarmed in your car with your wife or your baby mama with your child in the back, and you can get shot in your car and die in front of your baby, which happened to an Israelite. And the officer's excuse was he was scared. But this individual walked inside a public building and shoot 20 people dead, and now he's in handcuffs. You got to understand what's going on around you, man. They're trying to create order out of chaos. Order at chaos. They create the chaotic scene, and then they try to bring order. Understand? Reading on an article, the U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Texas, John Bash, said federal authorities were treating the massacre as a case of domestic terrorism. You hear that? Listen to this. If we're going to do what we do to terrorists in this country, which is to deliver swift and certain justice, Bash told reporters to a news conference on Sunday. Hold on, when the last time you watched the news, American news, and they always was constantly talking about domestic terrorists in the news? No, they swore up and down for over a decade, well, almost going on 2 decades if you want to say 2021, when you always heard about the Taliban, all right, Al Qaeda, ISIS, ISIL. Those were terrorists, but now domestic terrorists. He said what we're going to do. Listen here, you have to wake up. They're trying to push their agenda, man. And it's getting to the point where they're not even folding anymore. They pretty much showing their hand. Let me pull out another precept. You Israelites need to wake up, because sooner or later they're gonna come for us. This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse. Let me start at 6. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of YAHAWAH, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. That's a beautiful precept too. Here comes the point. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So this is what we have to constantly remember, to be on our watch, because we know that Esau is coming up with some kind of plan, some kind of formula, to when Jacob's trouble is really going to pop off. And what is going to be utter chaos, utter anarchy, okay, utter mayhem here on the shores of America. I mean, I cannot believe it, how docile the people of the society is when you have the Northern Kingdom, the Spanish-speaking tribes, being put in cages like dogs. Children being separated from their parents. Who knows what's going on inside those detention camps, man? You know those girls are being raped. You know they're not feeding them. They're not giving them adequate care. But people still walk around like nothing. Man, YAHAWASHI gonna come out for a lot of bloodshed, man, for a lot of justice, man. 1 Peter 5 and 9. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplishing your brethren that are in the world. I'm over here in Florida, but I got brothers, sisters over there. And when I say brothers and sisters, I'm talking about Northern Kingdom Israelites. Whether I met them or not, which I more than likely never met any of them, they still from the same seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I have brothers and sisters over there in the western coast of America in cages like dogs, man. Sleeping on like aluminum foil sleeping bags and stuff, man. And Jake over here still rolling blunts, man. Still trying to chase bitches. Trying to make a quick dollar. That's why I pray YAHAWASHI have mercy upon me, the brothers in my camp, the brothers throughout the whole world, and the elder apostles on down, man. We all we got. You know, we're going to keep preaching this truth, man. We cannot be ignorant of what Esau is doing. Remember that. He got a short time. So I'm gonna pull out one more precept and I'm gonna close out. Just remember, this man killed 20 people in the Walmart, and they got him in custody. But Jake has no gun with his hands up and get shot. Psh, man, at least I'm doing a swell job, right? Salaka. Where is that? Bear with me. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So we have a short time of remaining in this wicked kingdom, but that means that the wrath is going to come sooner than later. So at the very same time, though, it's a pro and a con, because we want this to come, but man, when it comes, we got to keep our faith and not break. So I pray you edify with this video. Like I always say, ask for forgiveness, prayers, thou cease and stay humble, remain diligent. Shalom, Israel.